Were the churches and synagogues actively involved in the integration of the schools in 1957?
Oh yes, very much so. The I mentioned to you about the four constitutional the amendments.
No, you did not.
See, I'm a little vague on all this, and I don't like to put it into the voice of the so-called loudspeaker, or the voice of the recorder. But there were four amendments that were passed by the legislature, clipping the wings of those who were not of the white race. And there were many of us who spoke against those amendments, said they were immoral or unconstitutional, they would die, and they all have died. And that was before the Supreme Court in 1954 ruled that segregation is unconstitutional. But when we closed the schools, Governor Parnell refused to open them. President Eisenhower asked Bishop Brown if he wouldn't corral the ministers of Little Rock to see if something couldn't be done to open the public schools. And he did. And we all served on the various committees that worked to open the public schools. Before we opened the schools, however, we had a day of prayer that was established in the synagogues and in the churches. I well remember that my synagogue, my temple, was filled to capacity on that Saturday morning, as were the churches of Little Rock on Sunday morning. And someone, by the way, you ought to see is Dick Hardy, Richard Hardy, and ask him to give you the place he played in the life of the integration crisis.
Okay.
But the ruling of the Supreme Court undoubtedly was the greatest social upheaval in the 20th century, unquestionably. Men like Humphrey and those early magnificent men who realized that human rights is the most important thing we have in this world. If you deny human rights, then you might as well not live, because everybody has a right under the sun. No one knows who's right, no one knows who's wrong. Each one is trying to fulfill himself, and he must fulfill himself the best he knows how, and he must be given especially the privilege of fulfilling himself through human rights, through the justice and the brotherhood which are necessary for the preservation of the human race and for its